from District 117, State Representative District. Thank you, Linda. Proceed.
Good evening, everyone, and I appreciate the candidates coming out today to share their views on their mission for the 8th Congressional District. And first of all, I think it's most important to thank you for coming here and sharing your input in democracy and the changes, hopefully, that occurs in the 8th Congressional District. To give you a little bit of background about myself, I came out of being in city government and county government as a city treasurer of Bonne Terre, the chief deputy treasurer of St. Francis County. Then I went a short time to UAW working in the auto plant in Benton. From that time, I finished my education, degree in education as a school teacher and worked in the public school system for 12 years. And at that time, I ran for the House seat in 2008, and the rest is history. I've been there ever since. To let you know, in the future of the 8th Congressional District, there are several things that we're going to have to consider about adding to the economy of the 8th Congressional. We are the poorest congressional district in the state of Missouri. And how we move forward from this time on is we have to look at the educational platform of our nation. We have to look at how we're educating our children in our schools and how we're holding them accountable for the curriculum that we're teaching. We need to look at vocational training. Right now at the state level and the federal level, they're cutting vocational training, which is going to affect our welders, our electricians, our farmers. Our future of the vocational workforce for America is being cut, and we have to prevent that from happening. On the other end of the spectrum, we have to provide those children with an efficient, effective education that's going to take them into the future and be our workforce of tomorrow here in the 8th Congressional District. So I'd like to see the educational platform of the nation move forward to be able to compete globally with jobs in the economy in the 8th Congressional District. I think it's ever important that we take a look at that farm bill that Congress is having a tough time negotiating and passing. We have many farmers in the 8th Congressional District that need that farm bill to pass so that they can get the crop insurance that they need to know that they're going to be able to put their tractors out into the field come spring. They're going to be able to plant and harvest and know that they have the backing of the government to do that, and that we're not going to leave them hanging should drought or flood come in between them and nature. So we want to make sure that that farm bill gets moved forward, that we not fight over urban Democrat and Republican issues. So I'd like to see the economy in the Boot Hill move forward through agriculture as it has always done in the past. We also have to look at the manufacturing that we've lost. And as a nation, we're not losing that as a portion of Missouri. We're losing that globally. And so as a nation, we have to take a look at what are we doing that we're following behind the rest of the world and losing manufacturing jobs. So it's time that Congress, I have run a business at cattle farm, but to get to know how to move business forward is to talk to the business leaders of Southeast Missouri, get their input on how we can help them to better run their companies, to be able to provide the support in Congress or nationally to get their businesses successful. How do we get Missourians to buy Missouri products? How do we get Americans to buy American products? And so that's the thing. You don't go to Congress with all the answers. You sit back and you listen to the solutions of other people and take their good ideas to Washington, D.C. with you. I just want to say in moving forward that I am known to be tenacious in Jefferson City. I'm known to be a hickory stump. You can't change my mind. I have my thoughts and my ideas, my ambitions, and they come from the people in the place that I was raised here in Southeast Missouri. I have a wonderful, supportive family. My husband, Dr. John Hagler, is the Director of Agriculture. I'm very proud of my son, who is a police officer in Crystal City. But I want to let you know the program and the placement and moving forward in the 8th Congressional District is putting together a strategy where people have a voice in Washington. And we take care of the debt ceiling when we sit down at the table of negotiation. And we don't call this a partisan issue anymore. We call this an issue about people, and we listen to their thoughts and their ideas of moving the nation forward. I would share my strategy of going forward. That is just putting together a team of effective people in the campaign. I don't want to really go into specifics because I know that we have media. We don't share our plan of attack. And I would love to sit down with the committee one-on-one and share my plan for moving forward. But I think it's important today to get to know who I am and know that if I'm put forward, I will give it 110%, and there will be a team put in place that can make this happen.
All right. Thank you.